I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
I played with and against some of the top footballers of the day. John Todd, Steve Marsh, Jack Sheedy, Jack Clark, Don Marinko. I could go on, I could go on. It's a great honour. I have to appreciate that, because there's so many good people who've been before me, and I'm pleased to be now amongst them.
Look, it's quite remarkable that you've asked a South Fremantle supporter talk about Alan Preen, the opposition. Look, South Fremantle supporters don't even travel down East Street. That's how much the rivalry was back in those days. But speaking about Alan Preen, left footer, very versatile, a player we had to watch when we played in derbies because he could turn a game. He was really an impact player. He played 6 years of football, 122 games, which wasn't a lot of football, but what he crammed into those years was quite magnificent. And I wish Alan all the very best for the night, being a Hall of Famer. But if he had wore a South Fremantle Guernsey, he would have got a 5-star rating instead of a 3-star rating.
Alan Punga Preen. There'll be a lot of people when Alan Punga Preen's name comes up to be inducted. A lot of people will say, who's Alan Preen? Well, I'm going to tell you that there's all those people that have been inducted in the Hall of Fame, and a lot of them are better known because they're current names and people talk about them. But there won't be one of them in the Hall of Fame that will be a better player than this fella. This fella was an exceptional player. I put him in the category of James Hird, that played at Essendon. We all know that fella's name, but this fella had all those characteristics. He's one of the finest players. He played with an East Fremantle side in the 50s and into the early 60s that virtually was one of the dominant sides in West Australian footy. And Alan Punga Preen was one of the major reasons why we were that good. He was an absolute outstanding player, a team player. He handled the ball so clean that you could make position, and his skills were so great that as soon as you saw Punga go down after the footy or put his hands to the ball, there was no fumble. You knew you could make position, you were going to get the ball, and his skills were exquisite. He could hit you. You could lead across him, he could hit you with a torpedo punt, a flat punter, he could hit you with a drop kick. We didn't do drop punts in those days. But he's one of the, it really is sad because he was such a good cricketer. He played Shield cricket for West Australia and then liked to play in Scotland a lot. So he didn't play as much footy. I don't know how many games he played. Punga probably played 120, 140. Had he continued to play, he would have played 300 because he was a superb player. But people don't remember him because he's not one of those limelight players. But there's not going to be a player, well, maybe Steve Michael, that would have been a better player in the Hall of Fame than Alan Punga Preen. And Punga, I'm really rapt that at last they've woken up and seen that because you're not a big name, you were a super player and you're going to be recognised. Good on you, mate. Have a good night.